Are we ready for a poet? Right, so without further ado, can we have a big round of applause and screams for Dee Majek, guys, please? Hello, sir.
How are you?
Nice to meet you. I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good. Having a good time.
Good. You're having a good time. That's amazing. You came up here earlier and gave us some poet.
Yeah, I gave you some poems from my forthcoming book.
Right.
3,000 Miles from Home. The
Okay.
stories my mother and father never told me.
Right. Excuse me?
Yeah, the stories my mother and father never told me.
We all know a lot of them stories, innit? But I don't want to talk about them. Right, no, for real. So you said your book is basically stories of that my mother and my father haven't told me, right?
Yeah, so basically, this book, which comes from a series of 6 books, I wrote 6 books in the last 2 years, so 6 poetry books, and they come under this series of 3,000 Miles from Home. So the first book that I'm releasing, self-publishing in February the 12th, is 3,000 Miles from Home, the stories my mother and father never told me, which is basically me arriving in England in 1963 when they had 3 feet of snow for 3 months. By the way, have all of you ever seen snow? Yes. Yeah, we had 3 feet of snow.
3 feet, how tall is that?
Probably as tall as you.
Oh. That's very funny. Really? Is that the kind of jokes you're bringing? No, but I'm joking. No, for real. 3 feet, so it's not that was
back in the days.
That's like that.
Back in the days, we used to have lots of snow, and so when I first came to England, it was January 1963.
Right.
It looked like a white room. So the first book is all about arriving in the UK, and then it takes you through stories. But what the whole idea of the book is that it's a duality book. What I mean by a duality book is some of the chapters are all in Yoruba and the rest of it is all in English, so therefore it represents 2. So therefore it tells 2 stories. It keeps going back to Nigeria and then stories back in England, so that represents 2. Then there's 12 chapters of reflections, which is the 12 months of the year.
Right.
And there's 56 poems, which represents the year I was born. So it's 2, 12, 56, which is my birthday.
Okay. Oh.
So it's 2, 12, 56 that represents my birthday. Right. So I was born in 1956, which makes me 69 years old. And I just recently had my 69th birthday.
Congratulations. Oh, well, a round of applause. Happy birthday. Happy belated.
Yeah. So it takes you through these stories. So it takes you through stories like, for example, in there's stories about my parents when they first came to England. There's stories about neighbours. It also takes you through the ceremony of my birth, where we went through the Nigerian ceremonies. It takes you through, because my parents, when they first came to England, we finished up living in Bromley in Kent. We were the second black family ever to live in Bromley in Kent. And the school I went to, for example, there was only 3 black people in the whole school. And so my growing up in Bromley in Kent, where you were only a minority, and I had a big family there.
Okay, yeah. No, literally.
African families have large families.
Yeah, no, literally. I've got 15 brothers and sisters. Yeah, and I'm the oldest. Like, look at this face. Does this even look old? But no,
well, my father had 13.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so my father had 8 girls and 5 boys.
That's amazing. So was you was you born in Nigeria?
Yeah, I was born in Nigeria.
Okay, cool. So what age was you when you came here?
7.
7?
Yeah, and I wanted to go straight back home when we arrived.
Yeah, nah, as everybody, innit? So what age did you feel like you wanted to, you became interested in doing poetry?
It's quite funny because I went to a school, and even when I was about 12, 13, I used to write stories, and my English teacher always used to encourage me. So I wrote stories from when I was about 12 years old,
Right.
and I've always written stories. I've always written poems, stories, and the biggest influence I had was somebody called Len Garrison. Anybody know Brixton? You know the Black Archives Centre in Brixton? Well, the chap who set that was a guy called Len Garrison.
Right.
And Len Garrison I wrote to him in 1981 when he was published in the Times newspaper. And I wrote to him and he said, come and visit me. So I went to visit him and I told him I wrote poems and everything. And he encouraged me to write, and he had this thing called the Black Penmanship Awards, the Afro-Caribbean Education Resource Project. And I won an award, and I started volunteering to work for them until the GLA took their money away, and they finished up in a room in Stockwell, in a school in Stockwell, and then from Stockwell they finished up going up north, and then they disappeared completely because we didn't have funding to keep the Afro-Caribbean Education Resource Project going. But now they've got the Black Archives in Brixton, so basically it's capturing the history of UK, because Len Garrison is the godfather of our history of being in this country, so we should all be grateful that he did capture all this information and capture all the histories and as much things as he can about the black history in this country and also the black education in this country.
Okay, that's amazing. So, like, is it still ongoing now?
Yeah, the Black Archive Cultural Centre is open.
Brixton?
Yes, Brixton. But it's like with everything needs money, and so therefore, if it's funded, you have to get the money to keep the fund going.
Yeah, to keep it running.
Yeah.
That's good. So those are the times that you decided.
So I wrote
poetry.
Yes, I wrote The White Experience about me coming to England, and me at 17, I used to get all the records from America and promote it for all the DJs.
Right.
So I got involved in promoting all the music from America, like Luther Vandross on Cotillion Records,
Yeah,
Cameo.
that's really old school.
Cameo, yeah, 1983. I used to go. I was one of the few.
I wasn't even born them times. Like.
I was one of the few black people who was allowed in nightclubs because they used to be very.
You
strict.
definitely stood out, boy.
Yeah, they used to be.
You know, imagine you see that one black person in a nightclub, like.
Yeah, they used to be very.
My people.
You sounded like a revolutionary now.
No, but that's like. So how did you feel when you was in the club? Sorry, I need to put a little humour to it.
No, there was probably about 5 or 6 or 7 major.
Wait, you're saying this is in Brixton?
No, this is
in Brixton.
No, this is
like
London.
You're telling me there was only like 1, 2, 3,
this is
4, 5
London.
black people
No,
in Brixton.
Not Brixton. This is nightclubs in London.
In London? Whoa, that's even worse. But you said in London.
Yes, in
London.
London.
London is like. Everyone in London is
For example, you used to have Gullivers.
Foreign.
You used to have
How the
clubs.
hell you going to a club? I would imagine in this day and age you're going to a club and you see like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, there was clubs that wouldn't allow you in. Unless you had women to come with you, you weren't even allowed in the club.
Wow.
Yeah, so...
Nah, but literally now, it's going back. Obviously, all jokes aside, yeah, educational. Yeah, so you've been around for a while.
Yeah.
So when did you do your first book then?
The first real book, I used to write my own books. Soul on the Edge was the first thing, but before that, for example, a lot of people don't know that the Deptford community got me to write a poem for Prince Charles and Lady Diane's wedding called The Wedding Day. I produced a jazz poetry thing that was featured across London. So I did that for
Give
Prince.
him a round of applause for that, man. You got featured proper.
And I also did for the New Cross Fire, Ashes to Ashes.
Right.
So I used to have a lot of stuff published, and also the Carnival poem, The Gulf, in 1985 was my poem. The Gulf was featured across all the carnivals.
Okay.
Notting Hill Carnival and everything. But the first real thing I put together, because I used to do music, so I put together Soul on the Edge. And Soul on the Edge was anthology, and there was this track called Positive that got featured in British Original Products Volume 1, and also I then decided, because I used to do mixtapes, I went to America and I saw that young man that everyone's talking about on Netflix.
I don't know who that young man is.
Mr. Diddy,
Mr. Who?
Sean Combs.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Right, with that, we're going to end this segment of the whole thing, right, because nobody want to talk about no Sean. No, I'm joking. Big up himself, innit, whoever that guy is there, yeah. But, no, that's amazing. You've got, like, I feel like we can be here for ages, but unfortunately, timing. But what I would love to do, if it's possible, guys, are you lot educated?
Yeah.
Excuse me? Were you not educated?
I'm an educator.
Did you learn some new things today? Right, so, sir, where can they find you and find your work?
You can find me on Instagram at DEE_Majek, Majek. If you go on there now, I've put up a sample, because with the book, there's an audio music, poetry, spoken word volume with it. So if you go onto my Instagram, you can download 14 tracks for free. So
yeah.
that's
guys,
a sample of what's coming with the album.
Instagram, you can find them on Instagram.
Yeah, you can find me on most of them, TikTok, Instagram, mostly under Dee Majek. Yep.
Dee Majek covers the whole everything. Dee Majek.
DEE, then it's _MAJEK. And if you go into the top section, you'll see 3,000 Miles from Home, and you can download a 30-minute sampler of my spoken word album with music. So you can find that on there.
That's amazing, man. Guys, make sure you check it out. Are you on Amazon?
I will be.
Is your book on Amazon?
My albums are.
Oh, on Amazon?
All my record albums I've got.
There you go. You see that? You can even catch them on Amazon, guys. So, can we have a massive, massive round of applause for Dee Majek?
Thank you.